What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And I'm showing how to make a modern house. This is the 95th installment of Modern House, and here it is. It's a bigger one than I normally have been doing recently, which I guess is nice. Although it's still not that much of a longer video. Suburban House takes longer than this. Suburban House is usually 35 minutes. These are just quicker for some reason. It's weird how they're quicker, because they're more detailed. But, yeah, here it is again. I don't have a whole ton else to say about this, so that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space you're going to be needing for this is a 54 by 31, and the materials you're needing to start off are spruce wood planks, stone bricks, black stained glass, light gray concrete, dark oak doors, smooth stone slabs. You can also get smooth stone blocks out, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's just going to take up an inventory space. Stone brick slabs will go pillar quartz blocks and tripwire hooks. Sorry, I was deciding if I wanted to do that or if there was something that I was missing. Because I know there's something else that we need. I know we need gray concrete, but I couldn't remember if that was the only other thing. I think it is, actually. Oh, no, stone brick walls. That's fine. Starting from the front right-hand corner of your 54 by 31 grid cough if you made it. If you want to start from the front left-hand corner, I would recommend inversing the direction that your build is, so the garage would be on the left side, which is what we're going to start with. I just find that to be easiest if that is the situation that you're in. Anyways, you want to count backward diagonally to the left by 2, and going backward, you want to place 25 light gray concrete. Bring that back block left by 8. And then come back to the first block that you placed. And you want to bring it left by 1. And then forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. And we'll stop there. Because what you want to do is you want to copy that entire row or section or whatever you want to call it 3 more times. Just as information, this has been a common trend with modern houses recently. We're going to be doing this a lot. There are lots of rows we're going to be copying. Actually, it was the mansion that was painful with that. Literally everything we had to copy on that last mansion. But yeah, we're almost at 100 modern houses. I think once I hit 100, I'm going to stop for a little while, just because that's a big number. But yeah, this is one of the larger ones I've done in a while, too, which is nice. Come back to the front and come back to the stone brick. The bottom stone brick, and you want to go back diagonally to the left with a sideways pillar quartz block. Bring that left by 4. And then you want to bring that entire row of sideways pillar quartz block up with 2 additional rows of sideways pillar quartz block. This is a little bit different than what we normally do. Well, sort of. And then you want to place a row of light gray concrete directly on top of it. Now, that looks a little bit dumb, so what you actually want to do is, well, this doesn't help, but you want to place a tripwire hook in the bottom center of the pillar quartz, just because you can. And in front of that little row of light gray concrete, you want to place a row of stone brick slabs. This makes the garage kind of, hold up, I have to answer a question. But this makes the garage kind of pop a little bit more. I cannot type, good God. It makes the garage pop a little bit more, and it also kind of removes that extra stuff that we don't really want. Because usually I'll have the row up diagonally outward, but since I made the garage level with the wall, I couldn't do that, so it created some weird things, so that was what I decided to resolve that with. From the far left sideways pillar quartz block, you want to go forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a light gray concrete. Left one, back by 10, and then stop there for a moment. Copy that row or section 3 more times. Are you sensing a pattern yet? Now the next one's more than 3, just for the record. It's a lot more than 3. So, the back and the front are basically the same, just gonna throw that out there. There are some differences, but for the most part it's the same. If you want to just copy it, you can. You can see how it works for the grid. The only difference is there's only 2 spruce wood planks at the front at the right side, and there's 4 at the back, because this wall doesn't go as far. It's hard to explain why I did that, because I wanted to have this garage split up that row of 4 there, so it kind of like meshed with it a little bit better, and then I wanted that to have the full row of 4, which I actually didn't do that intentionally, because I wanted to end the garage at the 4, and that wall would technically be in front of the garage wall, so the garage wall would slide behind it, but that's not important. What you want to do is on the bottom left light gray concrete, you want to go back diagonally to the left by 1. Bring it left 1. Forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a black glass. Left 2. Forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a black glass. Left 2. Forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a black glass. Left 2. Forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a black glass. Left 2. Forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick. Back diagonally to the left with a spruce plank, and then left by 3. Copy that entire row. Hang on, I can't see. Cover that entire row 6 more times. So, similar to, I want to say it was the last modern house that I made, the windows touch the ceiling. If you don't like that, you can just add a row of spruce and close off the top. I actually have on the front, you'll see, I have a row of slabs, which you could just make the parts of the windows above the slabs planks instead and have that. I'm personally okay with it going up to the ceiling, but you also have to keep in mind how that's going to affect your inside, so you do have to keep or think about that when you are making this house. If you are going to add an inside, that's a whole different discussion, but in general, just think about that. You could also use tinted glass instead of black glass, but that kind of defeats the lighting purpose. But if you're not doing an interior, I think tinted glass might be better. That's working great. That's also working just as well. My goodness, that was unfortunate. Unfortunate unfortunate circumstance of events. Something like that. Now what you want to do is in front of the 3rd row of glass down, so this row right here, you want to place a row of ups down stone brick slabs in front of only the glass. And then it'll give you this effect. Seems familiar, doesn't it? Target, just a new target, that's it. Actually, I definitely use this more. I use this on Panera, or something similar to it, and I use this in the, did I use it in that? I lied. Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else. What am I thinking of? I did something somewhere, and I did this, and I forget what the purpose was of doing it. Oh, it's in the city, the, Square Mania thing, right. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, you should check that out. That was an absolutely hectic stream, but, yeah. From this, far left spruce wood plank, you want to go forward diagonally to the left with a light gray concrete. Bring it left with a stone brick. Smooth stone block. Stone brick, and a light gray concrete. Get rid of your pillar quartz blocks and tripwire hooks and get out stone brick walls and gray concrete. We're not going to need the gray concrete yet, but just get it out for fun. And what you want to do is you want to bring the smooth stone... You want to bring the smooth stone block first forward with a slab, which doesn't really matter because you can't do what we're going to do with it. And you want to bring that block, we can't do what we're going to do with the block, because you want to bring the block up with a dark oak door and then a black stained glass block. Now bring each stone brick and light gray concrete up by 3. And then you want to place a row of gray concrete. And then you want to copy the row below the row of gray concrete on top of it. So light gray concrete, stone brick, black glass, stone brick, light gray concrete. Just like that. Now bring each stone brick block forward with a stone brick wall. just like that. Not the gray, do not put it in front of the gray concrete. That gray concrete we will extend out later, but we're not going to worry about that right now because I don't feel like it. So yeah. Now from the, whatever block this is, the far left light gray concrete, you want to go forward diagonally to the left with a spruce wood plank. Sorry, I can't speak. Go forward 2, left 2, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a black stained glass block, left 2, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a spruce wood plank, left 2, back 2, back diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the right with a black glass, back 2, back diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the right with a spruce wood plank, back 2, back diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the right with a black glass, back 2, back diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the right with a spruce wood plank, back 2, right 2, back diagonally to the right with a stone brick, forward diagonally to the right with a black glass, right 2, forward, back diagonally to the right with a stone brick, forward diagonally to the right with a spruce wood plank, and then right by 2. You should have this. Something very similar to this. Also, something worth mentioning, wherever you have a black glass, it might be advisable to bring these stone bricks inward by 2 rows. You could do 1. You could make the blocks panes and put planks behind the stone bricks, or just stone bricks behind the stone bricks. It's whatever you want to do. Just kind of consider what you're going to do with that for the inside. Again, for the outside, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a huge difference. But for the inside, it does. But then what you want to do is you want to copy that row, or that section 3 more times. That's definitely a section. And it should be just shorter than the row of gray concrete. It should be essentially diagonally touching it. Very diagonally touching it. Like, diagonally diagonal. And that doesn't even make sense. Actually, that does make sense. It's diagonally backward, diagonally, and upward to the right. Oh, that was very pointless to try to figure that out, but I did it. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. It is Easter that I am recording this on, Easter Sunday, so that's always fun. I haven't done a whole lot, though, and it's 1:30, which is boring, but, yeah. I tried to make, SpongeBob's pineapple, and it ended out horribly. So that was my intention for having the video today, but I could not get the shape right for the life of me. So, we'll see. There are other tutorials of it out there that are going to be much better than anything I could do. So, yeah. Not to be lazy like that, but I could not get it. The one thing that I want to make for sure is the Krusty Krab at some point, though, from SpongeBob. And I do want to do an interior for that. But, that's the only thing that I'm, like, sold on for SpongeBob. Because that's the one thing that I have faith in myself in being able to do. Anyways, come to the back, and we're going to orient this where this single window guy is on the right side, and the garage side is the left side, and the garage would actually be technically the back left in our situation. So we're inverting all of our directions. It's like when those games invert your controls and you get really confused. You want to come to this spruce wood plank here, which is I guess the furthest left one technically on this row, and you want to go forward, so towards you diagonally, to the left with a light gray concrete. Go left with a stone brick, smooth stone block, stone brick, light gray concrete. Bring the smooth stone block up with a dark oak door, and bring that same block towards you with a slab. Bring the dark oak door up with a black glass, and then bring each stone brick and light gray concrete up by 3. You should know what to do now. Place a row of gray concrete on top of that, and then you want to copy that row below the row of gray concrete on top of it. So light gray concrete, stone brick, black glass, stone brick, light gray concrete. As so. Now for this next section, what you want to do is you want to take this light gray concrete here, and you want to go back diagonally to the left with a spruce wood plank. Go left 3, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a spruce wood plank, left 2, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a plank, left 2, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a plank, left 2, forward diagonally to the right with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a spruce wood plank, left 2, forward diagonally to the left with a stone brick, back diagonally to the left with a plank, and left by 3. You then want to copy that row 6 more times. That is correct, right? Yeah, okay. I didn't feel like pulling out my note sheet to make sure the number is right, so I just guessed it. It's not a good thing to do, don't do that, but I did it, so, I think I've hit a point when in making tutorials where I kind of know what to look for. Like, if you watch some of my older tutorials, I'll be a lot dumber with what I, like, know and don't know, but now, if I'm in the right mood, I'll have everything essentially perfect. There's sometimes where I'm like, I'll just figure it out. Which, it's not a good idea, don't do it, but I seem to be able to remember the numbers really well. Which is always good, and always something that I want to do. The reason I did planks instead of windows is just because I wanted the back to be blank, so you could do whatever you want. That actually kind of does look cool like that. What I did, though, is, again, at the 3rd row down, I placed the upside down stone brick slabs across the rows of 3 planks, like that. That actually does look about as okay, so, Now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, because we need a roof for the next section, but I don't know if I want to do all the... Yeah, let's just mark all the roofs at once. So, we essentially want to combine, like terms, that's a math thing. We essentially want to combine any single block that is the same front and back, and we kind of want to mark it. So this row of gray concrete here, just, bring it front to back. You actually don't need that one technically, but you do need this row of light gray concrete, and you do need to connect the left and the right of the spruce section. Now, when you connect the right of the spruce section here, make sure you bring this spruce wood plank left by 1, and make sure you have 2 rows of planks going down at the front, so it's 2 total, so you can see how that is. That's going to be important for later, because that's going to fill in a gap that we're going to have, and we're not going to have it anymore because of that. So, I don't know how exactly to explain this, so I'm going to do my best to, how I want to do the roof. So, essentially, on top of every single spruce wood plank or black stained glass block, you're going to want to place a gray concrete, or light gray concrete as well, you want to place this on top of. And you want to make sure it essentially is just a rectangle, like that. So you can see it does not protrude on top of the stone bricks. However, on this light gray concrete section here, it does want to be on top of these 2 stone bricks. But any stone bricks that are not flush with a window, you don't want to do this with. You could also make this a pane. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I didn't because this is a block too, and it looked fine. But make sure that every single gray concrete row that you place is in fact a rectangle. I was gonna say or square, but it's not gonna be a square, and it only goes on top of blocks. And I guess, well, there are the air gaps that are behind the stone brick, so obviously make sure you go over that, but, other than that, there's not much to do. So, wait, how does this section work? Oh, I cannot see. I keep forgetting how low I have my phone brightness, and it's extremely hard to see what I'm doing. So what you want to do is, essentially all of them are going to be sticking up by 2 rows, except for this one right here. So, essentially, the lower layer... the lower layer, I guess, which is this layer, the garage and the left side, and then the upper layer you want to bring out on every single side by 2 rows. So you can see it's sticking out by 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's only going to stick 1 over these stone bricks. So if that was a weird explanation, essentially, you can just bring the row of gray concrete all the way around the section, and make sure that it kind of feeds into walls and stuff how it should. So, like, here at the back, this is actually a good example, I think. It'll be this one row that will go around, and then it will feed into this wall right here, as if it were to keep going forward, and then it's just going to be another row around that row. And again, it's gonna stick over the stone bricks by 1. Now, this middle layer here, you just want to bring out with a single row on every side. I know that's kind of weird that I only did 1 there and 2 on everything else, but I wanted to have a little bit of a depth layer when looking between these two. I wanted this one to be shorter back than this one, and also the stone brick walls will connect to that last one there, but not here, which is correct. And then the 2 rows in this section, and then I have the garage. The garage is the one that we need, but the reason I'm doing all of them at once is to just kind of get rid of that layer of confusion. It's nicer to do everything at once that is the same, rather than, you know, do it step by step. Well, we don't actually technically need the roofs, but I guess it kind of just makes it a little bit easier to have them. Although then we're gonna have to do one at one time, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this one's kind of weird. Okay. So, what you want to do is, do I know this number? I do know this number. You want to, from this front right-hand spruce wood plank, see this bottom one here? Remember how I told you to have 2 down? You want to come to the second one down. Let me place a stone slab there. Smooth stone slab there, so you know where it is. Don't place that there, because you don't want that there. But you want to go from the spruce wood plank forward diagonally to the right with a stone brick. By the way, if you want to fill in this roof so you can... Oh yeah, I also kind of forgot. Hang on. I forgot to do the trim of this roof, so if you want to kind of fill in under that block, and essentially everything in front of it and right of it and a little bit behind it, which doesn't help much. And then at the back here, I'd actually just go 2 over and stop. You could theoretically go 4, because that's technically how far it should go, but eh. Okay, so anyways, you want to bring the stone brick then forward by 11. And then you're going to want to come to the second block back and bring it right with 5 black stained glass blocks. I kind of forgot the number. I did 1 too many, whoopsies. Then a stone brick. Bring that stone brick forward by 1 and back by 18. And then connect left. So every single spruce wood plank behind it, you want to actually just bring down by 1. So because you can see that. Just for reference. Then you want to copy that row 3 more times. Or sorry, 2 more times, not 3. I can't count. And where you have these gray concretes here, if you want to mark out the stone bricks, you can. I actually would recommend it. So essentially just bring them all the way back in the roof until they connect to this back point here. I think it's just a little bit easier to understand what's happening if you have that there. But it's up to you. So you're only copying it 2 more times. I'm sorry I made that little lapse in my brain. Because it's 3 total, and that just confused me apparently. Just like that. And then on top of... hold on. That's a very blurry picture. Lighting, actually. Okay. That should help. Does it help? I can't tell if it's 1 or 2. Hold up. I'm pretty sure it should be 2. Yeah, it is 2. Okay, so that's actually weird the way that I did that. So, you want to place your row of gray concrete on top of your top row of stone bricks again. Just like that. And then off the left, right, and back, you want to extend it out by 2. But at the front, you only want to extend it out by 1. So my logic behind doing this was pretend as if the stone bricks was like light gray concrete or something else, how it would stick out as normal. But then at the front, like the wall would technically end here. This is technically the end of the wall in line with the black glass. That was my thought process behind that. It's not the, it's still a little bit strange, but you know. And then again, 1 off the front, and yeah, just like that. There you go. So it's 2 off the glass. The glass essentially is in line with the walls on every single part of this build. So that's essentially like, that is essentially the wall in the situation. And then what you want to do is you just want to fill in every single roof in with gray concrete in the center. This part is fun, totally. But, yeah. Also, what day are you going to be seeing this? Tomorrow is going to not be a stream, but it's going to be a normal video. I'm not going to spoil it. I might have posted something on Discord, depends. I will say, though, it's going to probably be one of the biggest videos I've posted in forever. Or in a long time. Just not because of what the content of it is, but because of the process of it, if that makes sense. It's gonna be a big change for my channel, not like in a bad way, but just you'll probably be able to tell. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but it's gonna be hopefully a big change for the better. We'll see. It's not going to be a thing that's going to happen that often because I'm not going to, for tutorials, I'm not going to do it this way just because that's more work than is what is warranted. Because tutorials are very easy. I do them in about 2 minutes, or edit them. Streams obviously are streams, and then but this is also big for a different reason than the back scenes of it, which might, or the behind the scenes of it, which might give it away. But what the actual content is something big because it's something new that I don't know if it's ever been seen before. I don't know. I'm sure I know similar things have been done, but I do not know this specific concept has been done before. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting video, hopefully. And if it does well enough, it should be part of a series. I think it already will be anyways. I kind of am already working on the next part of it, or quote-unquote part. But yeah, so once you've done that and filled in your roofs and everything, ladies and gentlemen, that is your modern house, the big number, 95th installment complete. I'm just making sure I did all the roofs. But yeah, I think that's all. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of this one. I do like it. It's definitely different for a modern house for my standards. And yeah, have a fantastic dinner, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.